Once upon a time, a company called Sega released an arcade driving game called Outrun, where you drove a Testarossa down a road, encountered many forks along the way, leading to vastly different locales, and trying to reach the finish line before time runs out. It was a fun game, was very memorable, and we're not talking about that today. Instead, what we're looking at is Outrun 2019 for the Sega Genesis, taking place in the present day. The review you're about to watch was originally recorded back in 2012, and at the time 2019 seemed very far away. Now that it's here, the game kinda missed the mark on all the cool shit it depicted, like transparent bridges and really fast supercars. But hey, it got one thing right. We still have roads, and they're... I was gonna go somewhere with that, but what's the point, really? So in a rare encore presentation, we're going to look at the 2012 review of Outrun 2019 for the Sega Genesis, originally recorded back in July 2012 and originally uploaded September 17th, 2012. Consider doing a redub of this thing, but you know what? The original review holds up, audio aside, and yeah, have fun.
So if you're familiar with Outrun, then you'll feel right at home with Outrun 2019, I guess. It's basically the same thing, well, kinda. You drive along a road, you'll come across a fork leading you down two different paths and try to finish the race. There's 4 different stages for you to choose from, and each have a number of forks you can come across. However, all of these forks eventually reconvene down the same path, which means no varied ending celebrations at the end of each race. Which is unlike Outrun, where you cross many forks and never look back, and you get different victory celebrations. But still, you do have forks, so there is the Outrun part of it. Also, you have bridges, jump ramps, and grass. Because there are only 4 stages in the game, Outrun 2019 takes a little longer to cover than Outrun, and skilled drivers will probably conquer the future in half hour's time, if that. Of course, as stated, there's no victory celebration at the end of each race, only an ending once you clear the final stage. The game does take a bit of practice to get good at. Your main goal, again, is to simply avoid cars, keep on the track, and not crash into anything. Because crashing slows you down and you're running on a timer, and if you run out of time, the game ends. Obviously. There's adjustable difficulty for people who care for that sort of thing, but no button customization for people who care for that sort of thing, which for me, honestly, would have been nice, since I'm not too particularly fond of the button mapping here, but whatever. In the end, it doesn't really matter a whole lot because Outrun 2019 handles like a dream. Controls pretty slick, it's easy to steer the car where you need to, and the turbo speed booster thing's a rather nice touch, even if I prefer having flying cars in the future. But whatever, you have the usual choices of automatic or manual gear shifting, but you're stuck with the same futuristic car, which is fine. The original Outrun only gave you that Ferrari Testarossa to drive around with, and a hot girl by your side. By the way, do you even have a hot girl in that car? I kinda doubt it, since we don't need hot girls in 2019. That probably explains why we have roads in 2019. Wait, no it doesn't. What? Dear. That sounds like crap, actually. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm fine. Let's move on. Now, I've read somewhere that Outrun 2019 was originally supposed to be a Sega CD game and was given an entirely different name. I don't recall where I read it or if it's entirely accurate because, you know, fuzzy memory and all. But I'm glad it's on a solid Genesis cartridge. Perhaps it's because of this fact that I'm easily impressed by the visual quality and performance of Outrun 2019. It's a pretty fast game that exudes that sense of speed, especially after a turbo boost. And perhaps more so, there's never any instances of slowdown or sluggish movement to be found at any point in time. The only slowdown comes from whenever you crash or bump into something because you're the one slowing down, and stuff. I'm not sold on the graphics themselves, however. The cars kinda look like crap. I'm sorry, but cars from the future are supposed to look awesome and exude that imaginative energy. And I don't get that from these cars. They look like some stock generic model from 2010. Some of these cars can also be mistaken for jump ramps, especially at a distance, which makes you question whether you're running into a ramp, a car, or a barricade, which is kind of an issue at times. The backdrop graphics are nice looking, but that's about it. The ground's also nothing special, just a standard road with some grassy plains of varying colors. Although I do like the transparent bridges that show up every so often. That's a kind of nice effect, actually. Sound in Outrun 2019 is pretty decent fare, featuring a rather nice and near catchy soundtrack that sticks with you for a short while. While each track has its own specific background tune, you can actually choose the song to play with a code, so all hope is not lost if you want to play Stage 4 with the tune from Stage 1 playing in the background. Car sounds are alright I suppose, certainly not the most fantastic sounds to come out of a Mega Drive game, but they're serviceable for the most part. Although the sound effect that plays whenever I fall off a bridge is ear-grating to say the least. Overall, Outrun 2019 is a nice little racer. Its depiction of the near future may be questionable, but the gameplay itself is far from it. It's probably one of the slicker controlling racing games that I've come across for the 16-bit age, and is also a nice little derivative of the tried and true Outrun formula, if nothing else. It's a pity that it's only a single-player game, would have made for a nice two-player experience. Oh well, if you enjoy old racing games and have a thing for Outrun, give this one a shot, it's pretty well done.
Yep, so that was a fun revisit. Not really. That was not a fun revisit. That was pretty bad, actually. So, that was a very old review of Outrun 2019, done in the year 2012. And here we are in the year 2019, playing Outrun 2019 on the at-games developed Sega Genesis Flashback plug-and-play system, because sure, why not? Not the most ideal method of playing this thing, but you know what? For my purposes, it works. And yeah, so we're just gonna play through the game, and when I say we're gonna play this, I mean I'm gonna play it, you're gonna watch. And when I say I'm gonna play it, I've already played the game, I'm just gonna talk over the footage, and maybe you'll listen, maybe you won't. Though if you prefer, I will upload a talkless version of this video over on the archive channel. So if you just want to admire the less than stellar gameplay featured in this video, or maybe the soundtrack because this game has some pretty good music, I'll make that available on the other channel. But for now, I'm gonna, let's establish the illusion. Let's pretend I'm playing this game as I'm talking, which would be quite impossible because A, I'm using the Yeti instead of a headset, which if I tried using the headset, the quality isn't quite up there. I'm trying to work out the kinks to that. It's a slow process, so in the meantime we're doing the pre-taped stuff instead of a live stuff, but whatever. So this is what the people in 1993 figured the year 2019 would look like. Nice supercars and, with turbo boosters and things of that nature. You look at the year 2019 today, we ain't got none of this shit here. let's be honest here. But yeah, in any event, this is Outrun 2019 for the Sega Genesis. Originally intended to be a Sega CD release as under the name of Cyber Road. And then they moved development over to the Mega Drive, where it was going to be called Junkers High. And then they just said, fuck it, we'll just call it Outrun 2019, and just leave it at that, and the rest is history, and that's what we're playing. I'm going to play through all 4 stages of Outrun 2019, because you get to choose all your stages, you get to choose from 1 to 4 stages. And it's pretty much the same concept as Outrun. You drive through a course. Every once in a while there's a fork in the road. You can either go left and play one course, or go the other route and play another course, and eventually it all joins back together or something like that. Something to that extent. It's based on Outrun. It's similar to Outrun, but you have little, you just saw the little jumper things. If you move fast enough, you could jump into the air, and if you don't if you don't move fast enough, you'll run on grass, and grass slows you down, and that's not a good thing if you're trying to achieve a fast speed or something like that, or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to be a little different. I'm going to go to the right. Usually I just stick to the left, because the left is usually the easier side, while going right is the harder side. But I'm feeling a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Different, I guess, I don't know. Anyways, I seem to be doing alright now. But then again, it's the first stage. So hopefully we should be doing alright, I guess. So, yeah, jumper things. Yeah, you run on that thing, it propels your car into the air. There are no railings in the year 2019, according to Outrun 2019. Fortunately, we still have railings in the current 2019. Again, this is what people in 1993 thought that 2019 would look like, and well, we're in February, we still got a ways to go, but I'm pretty sure we'll be way off the mark. Seem to be doing alright, I think. I like to think so. And yeah, yeah, I got this. I don't remember when I got this game. Naturally, it'd be from the flea market, because that's where I'd get most of my old stuff for the past decade or so. But yeah, we finished the course. There's not much to the course. It's just, you know, try to keep a high score. Try not to crash into anything. Try not to fall off the bridge. Try not to run on the grass, and try to keep your speed up so that when you get to those booster things, you know, you'll cover lots of ground and stuff like that. And I suppose. So we're going to play stage 2 now. And stage 2 is interesting because it introduces a feature. Actually, no, stage 2 is interesting because it has more routes and more forks. And not much else. It's a slightly harder course than stage 1, which is kind of naturally. And then crash and burn right there. Or just a short while ago, actually. I should probably pay attention to what's on the screen, which probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, seem to be doing alright. Narrowly. Ooh, fuck. Yeah, it could have been worse. Hey, look, we got transparent bridges in the year 2019. We don't have transparent bridges in the year 2019 in real life. Then again, we're still in February. We still got ways to go, but I don't think it's going to happen. How long does it take to build a bridge? Does anybody know? It takes a long time, so. But a transparent bridge, I'd imagine you need to produce something like a transparent aluminum or something like that. I figured we'd be at that point. Or maybe we already are. Maybe we already have that. I don't know. I don't care. Anyways, I will be honest with you, I usually have that trouble with that first segment. So, I'm happy that I'm happy that went by rather well for the most part, because usually I stumble on that part. But don't you worry, I'll have plenty of time to stumble on all these parts. So, yeah. Ouch. I like the soundtrack to this game, really nice. Like, all the tunes are great, but, yeah, so avoid the dirt mounts. They slow you down and stuff, but they don't make you crash or anything. Nice dune C. Ooh. Turbo speed. Oh, that went by rather nicely, I think. Not the best performance. It's one of those cases where, you know, no fork this time around. 2 paths reconvened to one central path or something. And, yeah. Ouch. So, very painful, actually. Here's the one. Did you know that they re-released this thing as a plug-and-play in the, I think it was 2005? I don't remember, but I think, yeah, that was okay. That was my bad. But I think I don't remember where I saw it, but I think it was a Classic Game Room episode. I think it was a Classic Game Room. They actually had an Outrun 2019 plug-and-play thing, and it had a steering wheel and all that. That was back in 2005. You know, just so you people know that we had these gimmicks where, you know, you had a little piece of hardware, a controller or whatever the case may be, and it had built-in games, and you plugged it to your TV or whatever the case may be. The concept isn't new. It's just recently, even you know, recreating old consoles and making them into plug-and-play things with built-in games. Yeah, the AtGame stuff and the Atari stuff and stuff like that, but I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, let's just go back to Outrun 2019. Somehow I was able to make that rather unscathed. This you gotta be careful because all those black parts are pits. So avoid the pit, avoid the edges, because you'll fall and you'll die or something. Or you'll just lose time. That was unfortunate. I wonder who's driving that car. Is it a human? Is it male? Female? Is it alien? Who knows? Who cares? That sort of thing. But you want to know something? This is Outrun in the year 2019. If we play something like Top Gear 3000, and that game still has roads, by the way, it's a traditional Top Gear racing game, that sort of thing. That's going to be something, but that's another story for another time. I need to do a video on that one, just to finish out the trilogy on the SNES, but that's another story for another time. Anyway, that's stage 2 of Outrun 2019. We're going to take a little break. We're going to play something else in the meantime, and we'll get back to stage 3 after a while. We're back, everybody. It's time to play Stage 3 of Outrun 2019, because of course we're going to play Stage 3 of Outrun 2019. What else are we going to do? Actually, we could probably do anything, but we're going to finish the rest of this game, because I feel like finishing the rest of this game. So, this is Stage 3. Starts off with a lot of grass. I bump into a car. I spin off the road. I bump into another car. There's a lot of bumping into cars, and now we have a split road, because sure we do, why not? We need to introduce brand new gimmicks into this Outrun game, I guess, I suppose. Look at all those houses, wonderful houses. That's brilliant. I promise you, I drive better in real life than I do in these racing games. Oops, that's not good. That's gonna slow me down a bit. So, another split road. Or no. So, I usually go for the left. We're gonna go right. We're gonna be different. And we're gonna see if we can make it before time runs out. There we go. Got nice trees in the background. Let's try and avoid all the cars. Let's avoid the trees while we're at it. Another split road. Down. Now, funny thing is, you can't go over to the other side, apparently. I don't think. There's an invisible force that... Somehow I was able to avoid all the trees, which is fantastic. So, really, not much to it. Bam. Bam. Somehow I was able to survive that onslaught of collisions. Should probably get back. There we go. There we go. Not much else too. Yar. Another split road. Once again, we're going to go to the right side. I think I actually did a little better that time. You know, I didn't think I was gonna do certainly enough to. I'm wondering if that's water. I'm gonna fall into the water, or if that's just solid ice. Not that it really matters. Anyways. Okay, I guess it's just solid ground. You got a split road. Oh, I missed the jump pads. There's jump pads that if you go run on the jump pads, you could go on the other road. I just, stick straight forward. And I'm thankful that's solid ice and not water. Because if it was anything like the other stage where you had a pit and you fell into it, that was going to slow me down a bit, and I can't afford to slow down here because I've made a number of stupid mistakes. Let's try and not make any more. I guess it's the one route. Mountains! We love mountains. Everybody loves mountains. Except for those who don't. Split path. And, yeah, that's genius. I wanted to check if I could get on the other road. I cannot. That's unfortunate. And, yeah. Whatever. Anyways, I guess we'll just keep going and have the grass slow us down. That's okay. Route 8. I think this is the last stretch of Stage 3. And yeah, like I said, if you have a jump pad, you could probably do the thing where you can go to the other road and stuff like that. And quite a few stupid mistakes I'm making here, but turns out, yeah. So is this the last stretch? I believe it's the last stretch. Ouch. Okay, one more route to play. Because I wasn't sure if that was the last, I guess I should probably pay attention to the maps when they're on the... Ow! Pay attention to the road, dumbass. That'd be a much better idea. Anyways, not much else to say here. Driving is... Ouch. Ouch. That could have been a lot worse, to be honest with you. Ooh, nice. We get to be on the road. We get to be on the bridge. And we get off the bridge. Going really, really fast. Yar. Somehow... Yeah. Let's get in the tunnel. Ooh. Nice, nice lighting in this tunnel here. And it's not much else to say. Well, the endless voids. Got to avoid the endless void, or else we're gonna fall into a pit, and that's gonna slow us down. I think it's the end of the road here. I think we're done. Yar. Very nice. Very nice. Yar. Taking a sip of tea as I'm recording this. So yeah, that's okay. I didn't deviate from the. Always went right, and it brought me back to the center of the. The center will hold, I guess, or something. I don't know. So here we are, stage 4, the final stage of Outrun 2019. And by the way, you could play any and all of these stages, and you could start from any stage. I don't know if you could, you could pick a stage and just play through the stages or something like that. I just start from stage 1 and I go all the way through. This is probably my favorite song of the bunch. I wouldn't go so far to say it's my favorite course, because we're on a bridge. I guess this is where the one thing I tend to do when I'm on the bridge is I try not to go for the turbo, because the bridge has a lot of turns, and as you could probably ascertain watching this footage, I am not good at turning, especially in driving games of this ilk. Even later ilks, when you have to add in drifting. Drifting is the bane of my existence, but we don't have to worry about that here, because drifting is a 3D game mechanic, I believe, or something. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about here. Anyways, we're gonna go left, because of course we are. Look at all those wonderful architecture. Could that exist in 2019? The real 2019, the one we're living in right now. Possibly, possibly not. All I know is that we don't have jump pads, we don't have transparent bridges, we don't have these supercars that are capable of going up to 680 something miles per hour. In hindsight, I probably should have switched this to kilometers per hour, and just to play with that gimmick, but whatever. Look at the little bridge. Riding under the bridge. Unbelievable. Yeah. They're going, things are going smoothly, I guess. So far, so good. Yar. Yup, yar. Another split path. Let's go. Oh yeah, let's go right. Change of pace here. Be different, I guess. I suppose. Hey, more modern buildings. That's shit you could play in 1993, which means it's shit you could see in 2019. Today. Not doing too well, I will say that much. Yeah, we're on a bridge again. I'm wondering if, ouch, ouch. I'm taking a chance here, but, I guess we can actually speed up a bit. See, when I'm grounded, I don't mind using the turbo boost. When I'm on a bridge, I tend to keep it pretty slow, and I still have plenty of time to manage, I guess, I suppose. I don't know. Don't know, don't care. Anyways, ouch. That's not gonna bode well, is it? Yeah, 20 seconds. I think we could make it. Shouldn't be that difficult. Kill the turbo before you hit the grass. I think that helps a bit, I suppose. Narrowly missed that car. Hey, another cityscape. Well, it is 2019 after all. There's going to be more urban settings. A lot of these tall skyscrapers on their own, as opposed to along the something or other. And here we are, another tunnel. We love our tunnels in this game. And I'm wondering if that's I'm guessing it is water. Let's not do anything stupid. Let's just nice change of scenery, though. You go from the tunnel. It's grass. Was it grass? I don't know. I forgot. I'll probably go back and check, but I don't really. Whatever. Oh, it's okay. It was pavement. Okay, whatever. That's okay. Anyways, we went through that Route 7. Let's keep going. Let's continue to the next route, which is route whatever. Anyways, another cityscape. Hoorays! I don't know why I'm so surprised here, and then stuck between the one valley and the other valley. Ooh, this is cool. This is different. Transparent bridge over terrain. And you get to drive over the other path. That's kind of neat. Ouch. Okay. Shouldn't that be on the shouldn't that be crashing on the ground with that one? That I find that crash a bit suspect. Who cares? It's the last stretch of the game, everybody. We're on the road. We're over the road. You know what? I gotta be honest. I love the transparent bridges gimmick. It's a cool gimmick, really nice gimmick. And I think that's it. This was Route 10, so I think that's the whole game, everybody. And yes, we have beaten the Outruns 2019s. That was a fun game, actually. No, that was actually pretty fun. So, congratulations to Joe and stuff. I'm wondering if this thing actually, because you could like put in like different names. I'm wondering, it's something I gotta go back and check one of these days, or something. But I'm wondering if this thing had like battery backup. So now we got this ending of our Outrun driver fellow player thing. Driving in space. This would have been a cool track to play through. In all honesty, get rid of the terrain, and you drive through a transparent bridge in space. Love how they give all the different cars different names, even though it really doesn't matter. Based on characters created by K. Maz. Okay, that's some kind of context I'm not getting, but anyways, so that's Outrun 2019, everybody. That's me playing through that game for the first time in years. Fun game. I enjoyed that game tremendously. That was a fun time. And we'll probably do another one of these house show things next month. I'm thinking I might pull out Robotron 64 on N64. That's another one I haven't played in a while. And yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me. So that was the show. And again, like I said, over on the archive channel, I'm gonna do the non-talking version of this thing. Same video without the talking, without the intermission, without the extra bits. And then, I don't know, week or two we'll start getting some other stuff up on the proper channel, I guess, I suppose. So that's the thing that happened, and yeah. So that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for watching. Take care. Good night. See y'all later.